My name is Mary Ann Schaefer, and I was a Lieutenant JG. The basic training lasted about 6 weeks. Nurses were kind of had a more modified training period, shorter than some, because they wanted to get us into the hospitals. So from Newport, I was stationed at Naval Air Station in Jacksonville, Florida. When I arrived, I stayed at the BOQ for several weeks and eventually met another nurse who came in, and we got an apartment together and moved off base, which was, most of the nurses did live off base. Originally, we would spend maybe a week in each department of the hospital, and at that time they were transitioning into the new hospital, was newly built. They were all very interesting. Sick officers' quarters, SOQ. There are a lot of officers there. They were all officers. And that was interesting. There was a place that we called the Jungle, and there were a lot of Marines who were brought back from Yokosuka. This was their first hospital experience in the States. And they had all kinds of injuries, and the orthopedic injuries that they had landed them in what we called the Jungle. There were all kinds of traction and everything. And they had a very interesting take on life. They couldn't wait to get out of that hospital and back to what they were doing before. There was early on, there was a pilot who had been injured, and he talked about, some of the flights and things when we'd be in the room with him, There were just young men who wanted to just get better and get back to their job in the service. Well, most of the time we worked 7 to 3, that shift, the day shift, and then occasionally there was the 3 to 11, and you'd take a turn with that, and the 11 to 7. But most of it was the day shift. Well, the nurses' uniforms were, of course, they were all white, and we had them laundered at the laundry, and they were as stiff as could be. And when you take them home from the laundry, you could stand them up. And in the next year, they started with the cotton polyester and the nice soft uniforms, but it was different at first.